Start to allow your body to rest. Allow your mind to rest. Find your unique way of breathing, chanting, or any other means and methods that can efficiently bring the mind and the body to the present moment and rest. And notice this new habitual loop that you're building. How you shift the mind, the body, the breathing from a thinking, planning, and maybe even working mode into a relaxed, clear, and calm mode. Be aware of the subtle changes that is evolved in this shift. And once you're arrived in the state, allow your body and your mind to ground here, now. Meditation is almost like tuning an instrument, and you're tuning the mind-body experience. And your tuning fork is your breath, is your focus. Wherever you place your attention, how long, how deep you breathe is making an impact to this experience, which is your instrument that you're tuning. You know what you're tuning. You know your tools and how to tune it. Think of your mind-body experience is in a linear perspective, where one end is yin and the other end is yang. One end is quiet, calm, maybe even dull and soft, cold, quiet, versus the other side that is quite active, almost too active in the mind. And that's full of activities, that is alarming, that wants your attention. So by slowing down the breath and deepening the breath, you're gearing more towards the inside. And if you are quite dull and drowsy, maybe you want to breathe in a certain way that is energizing the body. Maybe slowing down your inhale, deepening the inhale, and keep your exhale as natural as it is. You can also place your attention above your eyes, the center point of your forehead. For the mind and body to wake up. You can also adopt a method of a Huatou practice where you actively engage with an inquiry of the living experience to keep the mind sharp, keep the body in the upright position, and keep your meditation alive and engaging. Now, if you're too much on the yang side, endless thoughts, positive and negative, neutral, keep pumping up in the mind, non-stoppable, or maybe certain parts of your body flaring up, wanting attention. Maybe certain emotions you have is quite strong and turning into your identity. Then your way would be try to calm down that fire in a flowy, non-rigid way. You can change the way you breathe by slowing down the exhale. You can also actively place your attention down at the base or your root, your pelvis, your legs, your feet, maybe your hands. So this would be an active tuning of the body and mind of this living instrument you have. If these techniques are too complicated for you to amplify or imply, consider practice indifferent to yin and yang. Indifference in a way that you're accepting, you're allowing both yin and yang to exist. You're allowing different parts of you to exist. And instead, you choose to do what needs to be done, what can be done at the moment. Aware of their existence, accept and let them go. And slowly take a deep inhale. Exhale, let everything go. Today we're going to review Yoga Sutra by Patanjali, chapter 1, number 6. This sutra is talking about the 5 mental activities. In the previous sutra, talking about klishta, aklishta, harmful and harmless, or harmful and so harmful. 2 ways of interpreting the 5th sutra. Now, these 5 mental activities, number 1 is pramana. So pramana, viparyaya, vikalpa, nidra, and smrtayaha. Basically, pramana is basically the right knowledge. What is right knowledge or correct knowledge? Is something that you experience directly. You see, you hear, you feel, you touch, and that is the right knowledge to you, pramana. Viparyaya is the knowledge that is based on the misconception. So that is not based on reality. Anything that is not based on reality, viparyaya. Vikalpa is imagination, and it can also be translated as a verbal delusion or anything that is made up by the mind. And nidra is, we heard the word yoga nidra, the sleep state, the yoga of sleep. So when you're asleep, there's also a type of mental activity going on. So that is nidra. And smrtayaha, smrti, can be translated as mindfulness, as remembering. It can also be translated in this case as memory. So the 5 mental activities, again, pramana, the right knowledge, the direct knowledge. Viparyaya, which is the knowledge based on the misconception. Vikalpa is imagination, usually related with the future tense, something that you imagine, that you project is about to happen, that is not based on reality. And then nidra is when you dream in a sleep state. And then smrtayaha, smrti, is memory, is usually about the past. Now, to interpret it as everything, there are 5 klishtaha, harmful and harmless. All 5 mental activities can be harmful. Is even if the things that you come up based on the direct knowledge, something you see or you hear, it could be not based on reality. Though it is a reality to you, doesn't mean it's reflect the ultimate truth. Misconception, of course, viparyaya usually lead to bad consequences. Vikalpa, imagination, things not based on reality. And nidra, when you're in a sleep state, a lot of times when we dream of the things that doesn't happen. And then smrti, memory can be faked. There's a study that has done with, it's called a memory input. And scientists will tell a person that at their age, teenager age, and they had an experience where they had all these things, sequence of things happened, but the event actually is not happened. And then their parents, their friend kind of help with this experiment as well. And at a certain point, the person who attend the experiment admit that this is the real thing that happened to them, but it's actually a memory input. And that is quite cool that it tells us that memory can lie to us as well. That we think is true might not be true. So those are the mental afflictions, can be harmful, can be harmless, can be super harmful. Thank you for practicing with me today. We bring the palms together to the heart center. Loka samasa sukhino. Namaste. May all beings be happy and free. May my thoughts, words, and actions can make it happen.